King Kong ain't got lead on me.
Yells.
What is up, YouTube? It's Ubu the Tech Guru coming straight at ya. And I know I've got a long-awaited video here, and that's going to be on the Max Nanosuit and its weaknesses. Now, many people think that you're completely invincible when you have a Max Nanosuit, and this video will show the weaknesses of a Max Nanosuit, and you are not completely invincible. There are certain ways you can die. So this first test, I'm going to show you that you can be hit by a pole and not die when you are in cloak and not in cloak. The problem, so he's swinging here and I'm in cloak and you still can't die. The problem is when somebody throws a pole at you. Pretty much anything thrown at you, you will end up dying, whether in cloak or not in cloak. So you'll notice at the last second there, I went out of cloak, so I was in a main Max Nanosuit without cloak, and the pole thrown at me did kill me. Alright, so it just shows you that the pole, swinging, no death, thrown, yes, you die in a Max Nanosuit. Here, I grabbed a tombstone. I'm in a Max Nanosuit, trying to melee me with the tombstone. Nope, don't die. Here he's trying to kill me with the incinerator. Nope, it's not going to kill me in the Max Nanosuit. Notice I'm not cloaked. That is an important thing. There, he threw the tombstone at me, and sure enough, I die. Alright, now let's go back to airport and test out some heavy weaponry. He's got an X-Pack mortar, and the other guy has a heavy machine gun. So I activated the Max Nanosuit. Notice I'm not cloaked. That, again, is an important factor. So I can take all the damage I want from a heavy machine gun and not die. Same with an X-Pack mortar. Direct impacts. I'm not going to die. But I go into cloak with a Max Nanosuit, and you can die. So the main things to take out so far are that if you're not cloaked in a Max Nanosuit, no bullets or any damage is going to be able to kill you unless it is a thrown object. So we've already shown that a thrown tombstone and a thrown pole will kill someone in a Max Nanosuit when they are not cloaked. Alright, so now let's test it up against the pinger. How do you guys think that the Max Nanosuit will fare against the pinger?
Yep, that's fine. Yep,
well, let's take a look-see, shall we? So I'm about to activate it here.
Yep.
And he, there on the left, he's got a, I think he's got a Reaper cannon, no, he's got a pinch rifle, I'm sorry, pinch rifle. So machine guns, plasma cannon,
yep.
No effect on the Max Nanosuit. Yep. Let's see if the ping on the pinger has any effect. Nope, no effect on a Max Nanosuit. Does the pinch rifle affect me? Nope, he's blasting me with a pinch rifle. No effect on a Max Nanosuit. So, this thing is pretty beast. As long as you don't go in cloak and you don't get hit by any thrown objects. So now, why don't we test it up against a Reaper cannon and a Swarmer. So there's the Swarmer. All 3 rounds bursts from the Swarmer. No damage. Still alive. Here's a Reaper cannon just straight blasting at me the entire time. Again, it does not kill me. So, as long as you're not in cloak and you don't get an object thrown at you, it appears as though you are invincible with the Max Nanosuit. But notice, I went into cloak there. So, see in the kill cam, I'm in cloak. And in a Max Nanosuit in cloak is a result or a recipe for disaster. That's how you're going to die. So I guess the main moral so far is don't go into cloak when you're in a Max Nanosuit. Alright, and now I let somebody else get a Max Nanosuit because I wanted to test to see if you're able to stealth kill someone in a Max Nanosuit, if for some reason you're able to sneak up behind them. So nope, notice how there's no hit the B button to stealth kill option that pops up, whether they're in cloak or not in cloak. There is no option to stealth kill someone in a Max Nanosuit. Notice he was in cloak and I was able to kill him with 2 melees. So again, that just points out that you don't want to ever go into cloak in a Max Nanosuit. So unfortunately, he who stabs you, you will not be able to stealth kill someone that's in a Max Nanosuit. Alright, now let's see how the Max Nanosuit fares against score streaks. So here I'm going to activate the Max Nanosuit, and Champers is going to call in his EMP blast. So notice that it does appear like the EMP blast affected my gauges in the lower right, but again, he's shooting me and I can't die. So his EMP blast ended, you know, he was shooting at me and I can't die. So the EMP blast appears like it affects you, but it does not. So now let's test it, the Max Nanosuit up against a Ceph gunship. Legion Hunter has the Max Nanosuit. I just called in my Ceph gunship, and I'm going to tag him as well. And you can see that his suit is lit up, and he activated the Max Nanosuit. So there he is. I'm going to tag him to make sure that my Ceph gunship shoots at him. Notice right there. So it's a Ceph gunship cannot kill a Max Nanosuit either. But I told him to invoke the cloak while in the Max Nanosuit, and you're going to see in a second there, he just went in a cloak, and he was able to die. So again, that just proves you don't want to ever go into cloak on a Max Nanosuit. So up against the Swarmer, the EMP, and the Ceph gunship so far, the Max Nanosuit prevails, as long as you don't go in cloak. Alright, so next, what I wanted to test it up against was a car. So obviously a car is similar to a thrown object, and sure enough, you are not invincible up against a car being kicked at you. So pretty much, you can assume that any object thrown at you, even when you're in a Max Nanosuit, cloaked or not cloaked, you're going to die. So if a vent shield gets thrown at you, a car gets kicked at you, a pole gets thrown at you, a tombstone gets thrown at you, you are going to die in a Max Nanosuit, whether you are cloaked or not cloaked. Alright, here's a little bonus clip for you guys. I had 3 people line up in a row and see if I could get a triple kill through them all. But nope, it only goes 2 people deep with the bolt sniper. As you saw, Obi-Wan was the last one in line and he survived. So the bolt sniper will only go through 2 people, it won't get to the 3rd. So here's the Max Nanosuit being tested up against an orbital strike. You can see the orbital strike sort of missed, but you can see that I ran underneath it with the Max Nanosuit and it did not kill me. So it's pretty much, you know, I'm confirming my suspicions that pretty much nothing can kill you in a Max Nanosuit unless you are being shot at, or you're in cloak and you're being shot at, or objects are thrown at you. So here we'll show you with the final object that can be thrown, which is the vent shield on Brooklyn Bridge. You can see I'm trying to melee him with his Max Nanosuit, and it does not kill him. I'm going to back away and throw the vent shield, which, there you go, it kills someone in a Max Nanosuit. So, again, any objects thrown will kill someone in a Max Nanosuit. A pole, a vent shield, a tombstone, a car, things of that nature. And here we have a myriad of weapons against me. First, I'm going to take a jaw to the face. You'll be able to see right there. No, it does not kill me. We'll take a nade. I'm sitting right on it. Nope, doesn't kill me. Take an explosive arrow to the face, or an airburst arrow, and then there's a thermite arrow stuck to me, and nope, does no damage. So you cannot be killed in a Max Nanosuit as long as you are not in cloak, and as long as you are not being shot at. I mean, as long as there's no object being thrown at you. Alright, so that pretty much concludes my testing. If there's any test that you think I missed, please put it down in the comments below. And just to recap, the only ways that you can die in a Max Nanosuit are when you are cloaked and you are being shot at, or when you are, whether you're in cloak or not cloak, any object thrown at you will kill you in a Max Nanosuit. And I'd like to give a huge thank you to the following gamer tags: Champers999, Legio Nhunter965, Dark Knight 242, Trick Pony. The last 2 that I just stated, they weren't in the final footage, but they gave me a lot of assistance in my initial testing. And then D Green 51, Neophyte 26, Obi-Wan 1995, and the Bernie Mac 89. They were all instrumental in allowing me to get some great clips in order to show and perform all the testing. So make sure you leave a rating. I spent a lot of time on this video, and until next time, I will see you on the battlefield. Ubu out.